Hello my Shati, hello my Cookie, hello my Harky. This will be the very first one that I ever do. I'm going to call this Don't Diet, Wear a Smile. And Joy is going to help me to put this on YouTube, which is very permanent, but I think that's kind of the point, is that you guys can have access to this whenever you'd like. I'm not someone who does things because, oh, what if I die, or no, what if something happens to me. That's not at all what this is about. Muti just turned 100 in January, and it has always been something that's very close to my heart, for us to be able to remember people and their lessons and their wisdom. And I suppose that's for me as well, because you change and you learn and you find new things out. And by the time we kind of thought about doing this with Muti, it was too late, and she had already started kind of forgetting things. And I'm not saying she's senile, but she definitely doesn't have a vivid memory of growing up, or her brothers being born, or moving, or getting married. I think I said to her the other day that Francois looks quite similar to her husband, and she said to me, I can't remember. So she's starting to forget what her husband looks like. Okay, she's 100. So, maybe I'm expecting too much from her. But like I've always said to Ma as well, to my mom, your gran, Oma, that I hope she would do the same thing. And like I said, that's if you kind of flip the coin about this permanency. Once things are on the internet, it's on there forever. I kind of want it to be there forever, and I kind of want you guys to be able to look back at this anytime. And I'm not going to talk about anything ever very specifically. I might tell you a few things about what you did. I might show a few pictures of what you look like. It's all just about memories. And I was going to call this for my children, because I didn't know what the third baby was going to be, and it's definitely a little girl. We now know that her name's going to be Tyler Jane. But so I thought, for my daughters, but no. And I'll tell you another day why I'm going to call it, the little channel, Don't Diet, Wear a Smile. That'll be a completely different chat altogether. So I have got a few topics that I've written down that I would like to discuss with you, because it's just things that are very important to me and I'd like to share with you. And at the moment you're only going on 6 and going on 3. So I might forget. So this is a diary for me as much as it is for you. And obviously if there's anyone out there who would like to listen to these kinds of little messages, absolutely, you're more than welcome. And I don't really know if anyone else would be interested in the noise that I'm going to make and the thoughts that I'll be sharing. But basically, I think you guys rock. I really think you are two of the most magnificent children I've ever met, which is a normal thing for a mom to say. I understand, all moms think their kids are the best. I'm going to ask Joy most probably to do the same thing I asked Susan to do for our wedding pictures, and if I have a big zit on my face, to just leave it. This is what I look like. So I'll show you. It's not a massive bump, but it's almost, what are we, 17 weeks? 17 weeks today. And it's April 2019. And I've always thought it might be quite fun. I have so many millions and millions of videos and photos of the two of you, and you love watching them, that I thought it might be quite fun to watch these with you one day when you're grown-ups, and to kind of reminisce about the things that I haven't jotted down in your books, because I have got books for you. I've got a friend who also started a Gmail account for each of her children, and she emails them like school reports or cool photos or all sorts of little knickknacks, and then she'll give them the password and the username for their 21st birthday. So I suppose this is something along those lines. I just recently, started going through. We've gone through a massive. Well, I've gone through a massive change from kind of thinking the one way about food to thinking completely the opposite way about food. To kind of document that transition, I suppose. And like I said, it's really just a little. It's supposed to just be a little special thing that I can share with you guys. You are at school at the moment. I sent you both to school at 6 months old. I was able to keep you both at home for six months. And with you, Brooke, I felt horrible about sending you to school at 6 months because I was surrounded by people who were all stay-at-home moms and could stay home with their children for the first 2 or 3 years of their lives. It was only much later that I realized it doesn't matter what our finances looked like, I'm not a great full-time mom. I'm quite happy to admit that. So you both still go to school pretty much from 8 till 4. I pick you up at about 4. And I try to make sure that then we spend a lot of quality time together. Not that I'm then busy cleaning the house or cooking or doing all those kinds of things. And I'll tell you all about our little, just day-to-day routines and all those kinds of knickknacks. So I hope you enjoy it whenever you do watch it, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy watching it, because if I do this for the next 20 odd years, then I'll see myself growing old. Which, hint hint, is one of the reasons for the name of this channel. We really do need to appreciate where we are right now, because I look back at pictures of me 20 years ago. I'm almost 40 now, and I think wow, look at that beautiful. I was just so young and thin, and so I don't want to look back in another 20 years time to what I look like now and think oh my goodness, I should have been so much more appreciative of what I look like. And so I know there was a very cute thing on YouTube where the mom said to children, what would you like to change about yourself? And the kids were completely baffled. They were like, well, I don't want to change anything about myself, thank you. Where as a grown-up, if you say, what would you like to change about yourself, there's every single human being can mention 5 or more things. My toes, my face, like I said, I've always had really, really bad skin. Always. But I think pretty much I had beautiful skin for my wedding day, and that was about it. But it's just something I've come to. I've made peace with, and I don't mind. And this is what I look like, so don't try and fix it. Anyway, you guys are lovely. I will try and do these at least once a week. Next bye liefie julle. Okay, bye.